After a first home win of the season a week ago, the Quakers welcome Hereford to Blackwell Meadows this afternoon in search of a second home win in a row. Unlike Telford, who hadn't won on the road last week, Hereford haven't lost on the road yet this season and will be buoyed by recent good results at York and progress in the FA Cup. Alan Armstrong continues his recovery in hospital, so Darren Holloway continues to take charge of the team for today's game.
Cable, but anyway, hope it hasn't.
Stu is having to hold the world's longest XLR cable kind of across his lap at the moment. So
Martin Tyler doesn't have to do this, I'll tell you. Anyway, we're back underway. We can concentrate on the game a bit. It's been a bit of a patchy commentary as we've tried to fix that, but we seem to have got there. You haven't missed anything anyway, that's the good news. And Ellis aggressively, sort of confidently bursts into a header there and wins it. So Darlington gets some possession down the left-hand side. Dos Santos gives it to Cassidy. Cassidy spreads it to Rivers. Rivers gets a touch on it. He's on the corner of the 18-yard box. He's got time and space. Moves in. He's engaged by the defender. Puts it all the way across. Beats everybody. Good attack and play from the home team, though.
Yeah, somehow manages to find the ball, unfortunately, that's behind half of the attacking players and in front of the others, and nobody could quite stretch a toe onto it and poke it home, but good work again, and we're going to have another go.
Another beautiful diagonal ball to Rivers, who's got time to stand his man up, trying to get the cross across. He's got Headley supporting him. Headley puts the cross in. It's a good cross. Cassidy's header. Oh. Cassidy finishes it. Darlington touch. It's Luke Charman, sorry, not Cassidy. Bottom corner. Charman again.
You see a ball in and a glance header like that, you think it's going to be Jake Cassidy, but you look up and it's Luke Charman. Another goal for a man who's very much on the goal trail at the moment. That's 7 for the season now, and Darlington lead.
It's the second time in a couple of minutes that Luke Jarrett Rivers had been found on that right-hand side. He laid the ball back to Headley. Headley's cross first time was beautiful, and Luke Charman just steered it into the bottom corner as if he was just shelling peas there, didn't he? Really beautiful finish.
Had the box all to himself, sneaked in unmarked and just glanced that one into the corner. Nothing Jordan Wright was going to be able to do about it. 2 last weekend, 1 already today after just 9 minutes. Darlington lead.
So for those listening on Darlow Fans Radio, we've had 7 minutes of buzzing off the pitch, followed by a minute of buzzing on the pitch. There you go.
That sums it up quite nicely, and hopefully all the buzzing that you're going to hear from now on is coming from the tin shed, because the Quakers are winning. 15 minutes, Mike, that you've been able to see without wiggling wires? What I've seen of it has looked fairly comfortable so far for the Quakers. Obviously, we've got the goal, and I haven't seen Hereford. You know, maybe they did something while I was messing about with USB connectors and XLR wires and stuff, but Hereford haven't really threatened. And I mean, I'm saying this when they've got the ball around the edge of our area, and I'm probably instant regretting all of that.
Here they are with Pollock, who puts it into the box. Wheatley gets a half header, and then it's fired all the way across, and the shot comes from the right-hand side by Ollie Hulbert, but Tommy Taylor collects it reasonably calmly. Wasn't a bad hit on the half volley,
but straight. They do. Darlington won't have it all their own way today, certainly not as much as they did last weekend. I mentioned it in the build-up, a side that haven't lost on the road despite being below Darlington in the league, and the York game being their first win of the season. Their other 2 away games were draws. So, I mean, you're never comfortable at 1-0, but I don't expect today to be as comfortable as last weekend was.
Ball's played down the right-hand side. Good chance for Hereford inside the box. Just has to come back. Plays it to the edge. Where's the chance to shoot? The shot comes in. Great save by Taylor. The rebound's there. Ellis has to put it away. Taylor gets his hand on it, and Dos Santos is going to have the chance to tidy up. Good save from Taylor.
It was. And then Hereford unable to turn in the loose ball as it ran away from Taylor as he dived to his left there.
Cassidy to the ends competing for the ball. I think he's just fouled his man there, but just a chance. It was a shot from Pollock, wasn't it? 25 yards out, and Taylor had to fly to his left.
Flew to his left and kept it away, and then as it's cut back, I think it's Ellis, isn't it? Just inside the 6-yard box, getting something on the cut back and preventing what would have been a certain equaliser. But that is the reminder that the Quakers, I mean, you know, Telford hit the woodwork a couple of times last week, one of which was offside, but
Smith will get on the ball. He's got a man right up against him, so he comes back to Joe Wheatley. Joe Wheatley's pressed and then goes past his man, finds Kevin Dos Santos, and then gives the ball back to Smith. Little triangle for Darlington here, but that ball into the edge of the box is cleared high and long. Danny Ellis underneath it with a firm header back up to the halfway line, and then he's got a bit of contact on that. There's a Hereford player running into the box, but Taylor's come off his line to tidy that one up.
It's Tom Owen Evans bursting through there for a second onto a loose ball. League, but yeah, the way we've started the season to be on those kinds of numbers is very, very impressive indeed, and he's carrying that on today.
Charman's onside here. He's breaking in. He's inside the box. Comes inside his man, but just sort of almost paused a little too long there.
Yeah, just wondered what you could do there. Just sort of.
Ball's back though with Jared Hotchkiss for Hereford, and he plays it down the line. George Smith read that one though, and then fires into the next challenge, plays it forward. There's a big collision there. Smith got to the ball first.
Yeah,
and
just clears
Hotchkiss,
it up the left touchline and then gets clattered by the, was it the Hereford skipper he just ran into there, Hotchkiss?
Yeah, we'll have another look at that one. I mean,
himself in the way.
My instant reaction to that was that it was a pretty honest collision. Smith read the first pass and was going full pelt to it. He's just got back up to his feet, but he's in an awful lot of pain.
Yeah, he's just being helped off, isn't he?
He's not going to be making any further part today, George Smith, which is a shame because he's established himself right in that role, hasn't he, at left back? He's done ever so well. It's taken, given to Rivers, who popped across there, comes back to Headley. Headley gets the ball into the box. It's another chance for Charman, and he can't direct that past the goalkeeper. That was a really, really good chance.
It certainly was. It comes in and Charman just gets something on it, and it directs it straight down at Jordan Wright, and unfortunately this time it doesn't find the back of the net.
My first reaction there was that one that was there to be headed? He got round the back of the man. Maybe he couldn't have reached it with his head. He did get it goal bound.
He got something. Oh, it was Ben Headley crossing from the left this time as well.
Decent crowd in. I think it's going to be announced at 1,509 by the look of it, which is a very decent crowd, isn't it?
Not bad numbers at all.
Ball's played forward. Cassidy wins the header, finds Rivers. Rivers into the box, gets to the byline, puts it across. Chance there, it's headed clear. It's going to come to Dos Santos. Dos Santos shoots all the way across the face of goal. Took a touch on the way, goes out for a corner.
I think it might just have been screwing wide from the curve, but helped on its way by McNally, I think it was. And the Quakers get the corner.
Rivers is going to take this corner. He goes short because Dos Santos has given him that option. He gets the ball back. Nice play. Comes all the way across. It's palmed. It's back on the edge, and Ellis has put it over the bar from 8 yards.
Had the whole goal to aim for. Keeper on the floor after palming that away. Danny Ellis thought he might have got his first goal in black and white, but just strikes it over the bar. I did wonder whether it might have caught deflection, but goal kick signalled. I wondered whether maybe they'd gotten a foot in on that, but the assistant on that far side, as we see it, signalling
Wheatley's just lost his foot in there, so Hereford get to the edge of Darlington's sort of third and break towards the edge of the box. The ball is now with Story, the substitute. He plays it down the right hand side. Dos Santos is back defending. Chance for the cross for Hereford. Played to the edge of the box, shooting opportunity. It's well blocked by Wheatley. It's fallen to an attacker. The flag stayed down. It's a good save by Taylor as the left-footed strike came towards goal. Darlington clear the lines up to the halfway line.
It's another warning for the Quakers. Tommy Taylor equal to it again now.
Ball still with Hereford though. They're coming down their left hand side. Chance to cross. Cross comes across, and Story at the second attempt will head it clear. There's a Hereford player still down after the shove from Cassidy.
Yeah, McNally's down inside the Darlington half, kind of halfway in the half, and now the ball is out and he can get some attention. But once again, Hereford, that just dropped loose, didn't it? I can't see who it was. Who it was had the shot, but Tommy Taylor makes the save, keeps the Quakers 1-0 up.
Throw-in's taken. It's going to be taken. It's Perver who's up there. Gets the second ball back. He's just going to loop one into the box. Cassidy took a nudge in the back. Ball comes to Dos Santos. Can he move his feet and get a shot away? Tries to. Gets the ball back off the rebound. All the way across the face of goal. Dos Santos, nobody able to get a touch.
Fizzed that across, didn't he? Any touching it in.
Movement in the momentum of the game and dashing after the ball. I think they think this might be their chance. This spell in the game where they're on top a little bit.
There's definitely something in this for them.
Andor plays the ball left to Hotchkiss, to Hancock, ball back in the centre circle, clip to the right hand side where Story again comes on it for Hereford. Ben Headley stands him up, but the ball is put into the box and it's a goal bound header just a few yards wide there. He'll work reasonably hard for a clean sheet if he ends up getting one today, Tommy Taylor.
Yeah, he's had to pluck a lot out of the air. He's had a couple of good saves. Been equal to everything that's been fired at him so far.
Cassidy wins that ball there, finds Rivers on the edge of the box, but Rivers is sliding in and tries to earn possession, does so. He's won it. He finds the chance for the cross. Ball comes to Hatfield on the edge. Just tries the goes for the free kick, but it was he took the ball, the Hereford player, so Hereford will have the chance to break, but Wheatley's interrupted there cleanly.
At all.
I can only think that the free kick was from a tug by Rivers because Wheatley didn't foul him, that's for sure. Miles Story playing the ball down the channel, looking to try and get his man involved up against Ben Headley. Harry Pinchard is the other substitute. He comes back inside and comes again to Miles Story, then back to Pinchard. Played down the line, flag stays down, chance for the cross for Hereford. Taylor's got a hand to it and pushed it back to the edge of the box. Darlington need to try and keep Hereford out here, 18 yards from goal. Good defensive work from Charman, forces Hereford back, and then the ball's cycled all the way to the right hand side again to Pinchard. Pinchard comes in on his left foot, going to get the shot away, it's well blocked. Ben Headley again sliding in to make the block. Rivers comes clear, but again it's just a hopeful ball looking for Cassidy. Cassidy's gone on the end of that one. He's gone down injured, I think, or he's maybe going to get back up. Charman's drawn the foul. Wheatley all up there. He's played the ball back to Headley, and again Darlington go long, and Cassidy's shrugged his man off there. Can Darlington get men around him? He's on this left hand side, and he earns the free kick there.
Yeah, no question of that one.
So he's just dropped into a defensive position to start there. So we'll have to see what difference that makes to the shape.
Headley and Hatfield stood over the free kick as the referee makes sure the Hereford players are back the requisite number of yards.
8 minutes remaining. Hatfield's on the free kick, gets a good delivery into the box. Charman gets ahead to it, and then Cassidy was steaming in at the back post, couldn't get a touch. Taylor takes the ball, kicks it out of his hands. He sliced the clearance there, but Purver's got a head on it and got it over the halfway line, and we're still going here at Blackwell Meadows.
The referee did have a look at his watch as that
ball's played down the left-hand side. It comes in the challenge, but Ellis steps across, and the referee blows his full-time whistle, and Darlington emerge victorious with the winning goal from Luke Charman. Mike?
Well, had to weather the storm for large periods of that second half. Hereford definitely came out in search of an equaliser, but they couldn't find one. And so for the second time in a row, it's 3 points at home for the Quakers. Hereford beaten away for the first time this season. And Luke Charman's early goal, the difference in the end.
And the crowd there in the tin shed are staying right behind to support the team, and they've really, really enjoyed that. And all of the defenders there going, having a big hug. Tommy Taylor involved as well, celebrating that clean sheet and narrow 1-0 win. Tough on Hereford, who came and had a good go in the second half.